my mum Lydia, and today we're going to do a video so good for you all kids to watch and do.
Yeah, so we're going to do a yoga adventure, aren't we? And today we decided our yoga adventure would go to the mountains, because me and you like going to the mountains, don't we? We go every day, pretty much every day we go to the mountains.
Yeah, pretty much, but not all the time.
Not all the time, but whenever we can, we try to go to the mountains.
Yeah.
So to start our yoga class, we're going to bring our hands into Namaste. And we always start our yoga classes like this. And the way we say Namaste is Na-ma-stay. And what does that mean?
Namaste, yay!
No, it isn't. What does Namaste mean? Do you know?
It means for good enough in my body and a good enough in your tickle body.
In my tickle body. It does. It means I see the good stuff in you and you see the good stuff in me. So bring your hands into your Namaste. Everybody bring their hands together and we'll bow forwards and say Namaste. And then we do our chanting. So our chanting helps us to stay nice and calm, and we can also feel it like a little massage in our body. So there's 3 parts to the Om. O, Ah, Can you show us where you put your hands on the different parts of the body? So the hands on the belly. Okay, hands on your belly. Oh, hands on the chest. Ah, hands on the head. So we're going to do that 3 times all together.
But in total, it's going to be 4 because we'd have to run that.
You're right. So sit up nice and tall.
Left us to leave that one.
No, that's fine. Sit up nice and tall. Hands on your belly. Big breath in. Oh, One more time, everybody. Okay, so before we go on an adventure, we always pack our suitcase, right? So when we're going on an adventure to the mountains, what might we put in our suitcase that helps us to see long distances?
Binoculars!
Binoculars, very good. Okay, so you're going to take, not this hand, you're going to take this hand and reach around to your imaginary shelf and grab your binoculars.
Not good at knowing which hand.
Well, lots of us find it tough to know which hand is which. So use this hand, the hand on this side, and reach around and grab the binoculars and bring them back.
So lovely.
Thanks. Bring them back round to the center, and then put them up to your eyes. Stick your elbows out to the side, and you're going to look all the way over to this side. See what you can see. Look all the way to the other side. See what you can see, and then come back and reach forwards and put them in your suitcase. Just tap your hands like that to make sure it's in, and then walk your hands back up. Okay. So now we're going to take a fan, because sometimes when we go on adventures into camping areas, there are lots of little midgy flies that come around.
Midgie?
Like a mosquito or a little fly, and they can bite you, right? When they fly around. How hard?
I mean, how painful.
No, it's just like a little bite. It's not super bad, but we want to keep them away, because remember in the summer you're often doing this. So you're going to get a big fan. What I want you to do is bring your hand down on the floor, this hand, and the other one up in the air. And then we're going to reach over to the side. And then all the way to the other side. So put the other hand down on the floor and this one up in there and reach over to the side. And then can we do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. And then walk your hands forwards, all the way forwards. Put it in your suitcase. Pat, 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 pat.
What do we put
and
in
then
now?
The fan. And then walk your hands all the way back up. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is pack some sandwiches for our adventure. So make your legs like a slice of bread. We're going to use baguette bread, aren't we? Because that's what you like.
I love baguette. You know, baguette only comes from certain countries.
Like France. And we saw it when we were in Morocco, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so legs out like a baguette. And what are you going to put in your baguette, Ruben? What do you like to have on bread?
Binoculars?
What do you like to eat on your bread?
Oh.
Like jam, or chocolate
I know.
spread?
And then chocolate spread.
Chocolate spread. Okay, so everybody bring your hands up overhead. And then put whatever you're going to put on your bread. So you can choose what you want. And you're going to spread it all the way down. Pat it all the way down so all the bread is covered, because we don't want any bits where we're missing. So put that chocolate spread all the way down and over. And then get the top of your baguette and reach forwards and grab your toes like your little sandwiches together, and take a big breath here. A big breath out. And then roll all the way back up. Okay, so we're ready for our adventure. We have to go to the mountains.
Go on the bus.
The bus. That was very quick. Are you going to be the bus driver?
Of course I am.
Of course.
I'm going to drive crazy.
Okay. So everybody is going to make a bus, and it doesn't matter how many people you have in your house. Choose one person to be the bus driver. They go at the front and they're holding the steering wheel. And then the people behind just scooch their legs up behind and we all sit up nice and tall. Now, bus driver, be careful because the roads on the way to the mountains are very windy, okay? So make sure you drive well. Seatbelts on.
I'm going to have Google Maps. Google Maps says 21 minutes.
21 minutes till we get there. Great. Ready? Which way are we going to drive? Go.
This way.
Ah, round the corner. Which way now?
Back.
Ah! What way now?
Mosquito.
To the side. Ah! All the way forwards. Ah! Back again. Whoa! Bus driver, stay in control. Go around the corner.
Google Maps says only 5 more minutes.
Whoa! Go forwards. And then we're on the last bit and it's a bumpy track, so use your bottom, everyone, to scooch all the way forwards to the very front of your mats. And then all the way back. We've got to reverse a little bit because we went too fast forwards. All the way back. Use your bodies. And then ready to park. Park. Unclip your seatbelt. And we can get out of the bus. And so let's get out of the bus and have a look around. You stand up for me. What can we see outside now? What can we see?
Mountain.
Mountain. Very good. Do you know the names of any mountains, anybody? Do you know a mountain? Can you come and stand over here so everyone can see?
I know. I think this is the real one. Baguette Mountain.
Baguette Mountain. Well, I haven't heard of that one, but I know Mount Everest and Mount Kilimanjaro.
I know Mount
What do we climb here?
Orange Mountain, which is called the Baby Sugar Loaf and the Big Sugar Loaf.
We do. So, can you teach everyone how to do mountain pose?
This is Mountain.
Okay, so your feet stand forwards like a number 11, and then you reach your hands down nice and strong and reach your head up as if you're going tall, tall, tall to the sky, and you have to stay very still. So who can stay the stillest now? I'm going to see if we can stay still for 5 seconds. And count on your fingers.
Not fair.
Ready?
Not
5.
way too short.
You think longer? Okay, well let's see how long we can do. Ready? Stay still, big breaths in your belly.
Oh, I just twisted my neck and it makes a noise.
That's okay, you're going to be okay. Big breath in. You can even wiggle your fingers a little bit like the breeze is blowing past your mountain. Big breath. And then let it go and shake it off. You're going to shake your body like jelly. So, what else can we see up on the mountain? Loads and loads and loads of trees, right? So, we're going to do tree pose, and I think that's your favourite yoga pose, isn't it?
No.
No? You're always practicing tree pose.
Guess what my favourite pose
What?
is? It is wolf pose.
Wolf pose.
Can we do?
Not this time, but on another video we certainly will. Okay, so spread your foot like the roots of a tree. So spread your foot like the roots of a tree and bend this leg. Yes. And place your foot against your ankle or against your leg if you're feeling a bit braver, and bring your arms out like the branches of a tree. And if you're standing near someone, you can hold their hand to help you balance, or if there's a wall there, you can do that too. And let's take 2 big breaths here. Can you do a big breath?
Mosquito.
Oh, watch out for the mosquitoes. Okay, switch sides. Other leg. That's the same leg.
Oh.
So yeah, perfect. And then bring your arms out like the branches of the tree. Stand up tall. Do you know the name of any trees? Can you think of any?
I don't know any trees.
Oak tree.
What?
Oak tree.
Oh, yeah.
Pine tree. Christmas tree.
Mommy.
Okay. All right. So we've seen all these beautiful trees, and now we've got to do the actual hiking to get to the top where there's a beautiful meadow. So everyone bring your hands out in front of your hips, and then we're going to lift our knees until they hit off our hands. So don't move your hands, move your knees. Big marching up to the top. Nice big steps. It's
We're nearly
pretty
at
tough.
the top.
We're nearly at the top. There's a little bit of a downward dog now, so we're going to run down, and then stop, and then up again. Nice and slow. We're at the toughest bit, so we've got to do these really big leg moves. How big can you make your legs move? Wow. And then finally we're at the top. Let's bring our hands up and let's flop down. And then sit down into the meadow. So we're in a lovely meadow now and it's filled with flowers and we're going to pretend to be a flower. So you can bring one foot up onto the other leg. Yeah, perfect. Lovely. And then hands onto your knees. And don't worry if you can't get the foot up. You can just have it on the ground like this. So now sit up with a nice and tall back. And I want you to close your eyes. Perfect. I want you to close your eyes. For a few seconds, close your eyes. And just imagine what colour your flower petals are. And I also want you to imagine what the smell of your flower is. So what is the scent of your flower? What does it smell like?
It smells like rosemary.
Rosemary. Lovely smell.
Can you?
And mine also smelled like rose. And rosemary and rose sound similar, don't they?
No, but I want to do rose.
You want to do rose now? That's okay, you can change. And what colour were your petals? If you're at home, you can tell all your friends.
Yellow, red, green, orange, pink, black, brown, and silver.
That's a lot of colours. I was thinking that mine were purple because I love the colour purple.
Actually mine. But what purple? I forgot.
You forgot. So anybody at home, you can tell your friends what yours smell like. Okay, so in this field of flowers, there are also lots of animals fluttering around the flowers because they love to eat the nectar off the flowers. What animals might they be?
They might be bees.
It could be bees.
Butterflies.
What else? Butterflies. Very good. So everyone, we're going to do butterfly pose. Put your feet together.
And flap away.
We are. So bring your hands onto your knees
Flap,
and let's flap those wings up and down. See if we can get them moving. Moving up and down. Nice and big ones. Up and down. Up
I'm
and
getting
Can you make
faster.
your back nice and tall? Yeah. And then
This
we can
is
also bring our
sad
arms.
back.
That is a sad back, isn't it? But our backs are much more happy when they're like that. Then can you bring your arms out the side? And we're going to do big wing up and down. And up and down. And one more time, up and down. And then stretch your legs and give them a little shake. So in this meadow, there's also another type of animal, and it's a very jumpy kind of animal. What animal might it be?
Rabbit!
A rabbit! Very good.
And rabbits hug a lot.
Do they hug a lot?
We're going to do
They do.
rabbit hug pose.
Rabbit hug pose. So if you've got someone in your house that you love who's beside you, give them a big old rabbit hug now, because that's true. Rabbits do a lot of loving. That's for sure. Okay, so we're going to do, yes you can. Let's do a bunny breath. Let's show everyone the bunny breath. So bunnies, do you know how they twitch their noses like that? If you have a bunny for a pet at home, you'll see that. So we're going to do a special breath that we can do if we're feeling like we need some calming down, because sometimes we have too much energy in our bodies, don't we? And this is one we can do. So what we don't do is make that sound. We keep our sound very quiet and we just breathe in and then out. So 3 sniffs in through your nose. One more. Very good, everyone. So you can practice that one anytime you feel like you have a bit too much energy. So now we're going to do bunny jumping pose. So up onto your tiptoes, everybody. Fingers on the ground. Up onto your tiptoes like me. Uncross your legs. See how they're crossed? Yeah, very good. Fingers down through the middle. And then we're going to bring our hands up to little bunny ears. And then we're going to see if we can jump. See how you're not on your tiptoes? You need to come on your tiptoes. Yeah. And then you can use your strong bunny legs to jump. Boing!
Boing!
Boing! Who can do the highest jump?
Boing!
Boing! Boing!
Try to get up to that.
Okay,
feeling.
let's try and see how high we can jump. 1, 2, 3. Boing! Last one. Boing! That was fun.
I'm tired.
I'm tired too. So we should do a slow animal now. What is a very big brown animal? It's covered in fur. Sometimes he lives in the mountains.
Brown bear.
Brown bear. Perfect. So brown bears have big hands and feet. Do you know what animals brown bears eat? What's their favourite food? What is a brown bear's favourite food, Ruben? Swims in the rivers.
Sharks?
No, it swims in a river.
River bear.
Does anyone else at home know what brown bears love to
Salmon!
Salmon, you got it. Okay, so let's imagine that we're a brown bear and we're going to pad up and down our mat searching for a salmon. So hands down, bottom up, and then big walking slow movements.
I found a salmon.
Yay, eat it up. Eat up a salmon if you find it. All the way up to the top again. And then stay on your own mat, please. Stay on your own mat. Okay. And then let's make a big roar.
Whoa!
What's the biggest roar you can make?
Whoa!
One more time. Whoa! And then down to your knees. And then you can do child's pose just for a little rest. Take a big breath. Let's do a big sigh. And last one. And then roll your back up. So the last animal pose that we're going to do is eagle pose. Because sometimes when we're up in the mountains, we see the birds of prey flying around and they're very slow and very big and they have huge wings, don't they?
The eagles.
Eagles, exactly. So let's
We
stand up.
saw an eagle.
We saw some birds of prey the other day, didn't we? So look at your toes and come up onto this leg and step it across the other one. And then we need to make our eagle beak. So bring your hands together and point it down towards the ground as if you've seen a little mouse that you're trying to catch.
It doesn't have to be a mouse.
No, could be something else.
I spy a brown bear.
Okay, brown bear. I think it might be tricky for an eagle to hunt a brown bear, but we can try.
It could peck with its beak.
It could pack. So let's point our beaks down and we have to
As a
stay
brown
very,
bear.
very still. So sit down a little bit lower because we're trying to make ourselves still and silent. Take a big breath in, big breath out. And then we're going to change our legs. So we're going to switch the other leg over and sit down a little bit lower. Big breath in. And again. And when I count to 3, we're going to open our wings and fly down to catch our mouse or our brown bear.
1, 2, 3.
Big wings. And swoop down. Oh, you're a terrifying eagle. Okay, after all our adventure, I think it's time to make our tent so that we can get ready to have our campfire.
That's a lot.
So, nearly. Let's stand up with our feet as wide as our mat. So walk your feet as wide as your mat. As wide as your mat.
Oh.
Yeah. And then we're going to reach our hands forwards. And then we're going to bring them down and make a big space. You can climb into my tent if you want.
Oh.
Climb in under my tent and sit in there. Is it feeling nice and wide?
Kind of.
Kind of. We can have a little kiss, can't we? So one person can be the tent at home and the others can climb in and see how long you can keep the tent. Or you could make a row of tents and everyone could climb underneath. And then when you've done your tent, can you stay on your mat? Yeah, thanks.
That's not my mat.
So everyone needs to stay on their own mats. That's the one thing with yoga. It's really important.
Is
that
that
we-
my mat?
You can stay on that one. Just scooch over
Can
for a
you
sec.
do this?
No, because that's 2 mats.
Okay, I'll be in this one. Can I hug you?
Okay, so now we're going to make our campfire. So we need to make our legs crossed and we're going to bring our hands together and we're going to set the fire. So light the fire by rubbing your hands together.
Flame, flame.
Flame. Fast as you can.
Flame.
And blow into it to light the embers. And again. Big blows. Get that flame going nice and big because we want to toast our marshmallows. One more time. And then
the
bring your
last
hands up and
pose.
see if you can feel how warm it is from that fire.
It's the last pose.
Yes, that's really it. So we're going to get our marshmallows. Here's a marshmallow for you. Put it on your stick.
That's not very yummy.
Okay, here's 2. There we go. Now, hold them out over the fire. Nice and long. Are they ready? And then eat them.
Nom, 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 nom.
Okay, and then we're going to lie back because it's sleeping time. We're going to lie back in our lovely tent. You can hold hands with your neighbour or lie on your side. And we're going to imagine that we can see all the stars up above us. So I want you to spread your fingers and your toes as wide as you can, like little stars. And I want you to take a big breath in and a big sigh, letting go. And let's do
People
that again.
can't really see me. I have to shuffle.
Okay. Ready? Big breath in. And then close your eyes and we're going to see who can stay still the absolute longest. So no moving anybody. Don't move any toes. Don't move any fingers. Hands down by your side. Close your eyes. And just imagine the stars are out above you and you can feel the mountain breeze on your face. Your belly's all full of those delicious marshmallows.
I had only 2.
We're going to try our best not to do any talking.
For
We're
5
going to
seconds.
close your eyes and be completely silent. Big breath. Just relax your body. Let your whole body go heavy and soft like floppy spaghetti. And if you're having a tough time relaxing, bring your hand onto your belly. And as you breathe in, make your belly really big like a balloon. And as you breathe out, let all the air go from your balloon.
I
And
just
again.
did a real yawn.
You did a real yawn because we're so tired from our adventure. And a big breath again. And let go with a big sigh. And then we're going to stretch to wake up. So reach your hands up behind your head, stretch your fingers and your toes, big stretch. And we'll roll our body back up. And we finish the same way we started with our namaste. So cross your legs, happy back, hands together. And we'll bow forward and say, Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing with us, everybody. And we hope that you join us again soon. Say bye.
Bye.